Hello everyone, and welcome to Live 1000 Years. I'm your host, Brent Jordan, the author of the book, and today we're going to be reading from subchapter 3, Stress. It's found in chapter 2, Health. We're on page 86, and it's called Prolonged Deep Breathing. If I said you must do something every 30 seconds of your life or you're going to die, would you believe me? Well, you better believe me or you'll be stone dead in half a minute. What could it possibly be? Breathing. Most people on average can only hold their breath for about 30 seconds. Even athletes in excellent health start gasping for air at 2 minutes. Amazingly, a Las Vegas magician recently turned audiences' faces blue when he held his breath for an amazing 17 minutes. But that was outside of water. A Danish freediver put him to shame underwater. His pure breathing hold in a tank of water lasted an astounding 22 minutes. He held his breath 22 minutes underwater. I once practiced pure deep breathing. At least my mother told me so. She said that one day at the age of 2 or 3 years old, I demanded something from her, and when she refused to give me what I wanted, I began holding my breath. At first, she watched with little interest, but when the seconds turned into a minute, her concern grew. And when I literally turned blue and passed out right there on the floor, she panicked. "Oh my dear God," she yelled and grabbed me off the floor while blowing the breath of life back into me. The next day she took me to our family doctor. He didn't appear impressed at all. "Just let him be, he'll be fine." My mother reluctantly followed our doctor's advice. It didn't take long before I tested her again. The very next day when I failed to get my way, I challenged her faith with another pure breath holding. Only this time, when my face turned blue and I passed out on the floor, she just waved me off and walked away. According to my mom, when I regained consciousness and could not find her, I simply continued playing around the house. The doctor's treatment plan worked perfectly, for I never tried that stunt ever again. I must say I could never intentionally pull off a pure, deep breathing stunt as an adult. I don't have the willpower. Most adults don't have the willpower either. However, I nearly pulled off this stunt as an adult, although unintentionally. Since my earliest childhood, I love water. I spent many years of my life in the water. I swam in countless competitions, boogie boarded and surfed along the California coastline, skippered sailboats and snorkeled and scuba dived in Hawaii, Australia, Mexico, Colombia, and the Dominican Republic. I must have been a dolphin in my former life. I'll never forget one scuba diving adventure in Cartagena, Colombia. Several diving buddies and I drove a small powerboat several miles out to sea. We put on our scuba equipment and then dropped into the water, turquoise blue, surrounded by calm skies overhead. As we descended 50 feet below the surface, I felt a certain urge to cough. No big deal, I thought, so I removed my breathing regulator from my mouth and coughed a few times. But when I returned the regulator to my mouth, I breathed salt water instead of oxygen, which sent me into a panic. Yes, I was a licensed certified diver, and yes, I had confronted this situation many times before, and yes, I handled it before just fine. Yet somehow this time my brain went on temporary strike. I forgot what to do. Who knows why? As I continued sucking in salt water, I looked for my diving buddy, only discovered he had drifted down to 75 feet, his attention focused on an octopus sliding across a coral reef. There's no way we're sharing his regulator, I thought. So I did what any diver experiencing intense panic would do. I desperately swam toward the surface. About halfway there, I started feeling a dizzy euphoria overtaking my brain. Am I going to die? I imagined, is this it? Is this how it finally happens? Drowning? My best friend once told me drowning was rather pleasant way to die. No pain, you just swallow water, throw up, and pass out. But I wasn't ready to face my Creator, whoever is. Fortunately, as the darkness closed in around me, my unconscious mind came to my rescue. I suddenly remembered how to clear my regulator by pressing a button on the back of the regulator. It worked like a charm. Fresh air replaced salt water, and I was breathing normally again in seconds. Wow, I thought. Close call. Way too close. Thankfully, that day wasn't my special day to cut bait with the world and see what happens next. Learning lesson? Death is what happens to us when we're busy making other plans. We never know when the Grim Reaper is going to remove us from the planet Earth. It's a good life if we don't weaken. Every day above ground is a good day. Seize the day. Live with passion. Breathing is fun. Breathing is healthy. Never forget it. According to health experts, proper breathing makes our bloodstream and lymphatic system work better. Our bloodstream has a pump, which is our heart. If our heart stops, we're dead in a matter of minutes. Our heart and bloodstream send oxygen and vital nutrients to every cell in our body. Our lymphatic system supports white blood cells that remove toxic substance from our body. If our lymphatic system stops, we die within 1 day. Our lymphatic system has no pump. Our lymphatic system keeps moving only from oxygen created by our conscious breathing and muscle movement. Nobel Prize winner Dr. Otto Warburg demonstrated how important oxygen is for our bloodstream, lymphatic system, and our body's cells. By simply lowering the oxygen available in rats' bloodstreams and lymphatic systems, he turned the healthy cells of rats into malignant growths and cancer. 1 out of 3 Americans will be diagnosed with cancer. However, only 1 out of 7 athletes will be diagnosed with cancer. So what's the difference? Experts say, as Dr. Warburg believed, that proper deep breathing is one reason why athletes have a lower rate of cancer. Athletes learn how to breathe more deeply from their abdomen than the average person. In so doing, athletes fill their bloodstream and lymphatic system with more oxygen than the average person. Proper deep breathing sends more nutrients through our bloodstream and stimulates our lymphatic system to strengthen our immune system. Everyone can learn how to breathe deeply and thus share equally in the tremendous health benefits experienced by these athletes. Let me share with you 2 effective ways I learned to gain the health benefits of proper deep breathing. Number 1, breathing exercise. First, inhale for 1 count through your nose. Second, hold your breath for 4 counts. Third, exhale for 2 counts through your mouth. Breathe this way 10 times per session and 3 times per day, once during the morning, once during the afternoon, and once during the evening. Breathing exercise number 2. First, inhale with 4 rapid shots of air through your nose. Second, exhale with 4 rapid shots of air through your mouth. Breathe this way 10 times per session and 3 times per day, once during the morning, once during the afternoon, and once during the evening. There is no food, liquid, vitamin, mineral, or medication that can benefit our health as much as proper deep breathing can benefit our health. There's also a special added bonus with proper deep breathing. It helps reduce our stress. It gives us a calm and euphoric feeling of total relaxation. Best of all, anyone can do it anytime and anywhere, and it's absolutely free.